morning, everybody. Welcome to Painted Dog TV. Myself, Gareth, Andrew and Ulrich, out on a very breezy, chilly morning safari here with you all. It's lovely to have you with us. Hope you're all warm and comfortable and ready for another exciting adventure. Busy driving up along the western edge of the deep Slut River here, heading north. It's still quite dark this morning. There's a bit of cloud around to the south of us, but it should lighten up pretty soon. Going to drive up along the deep Slut River this morning, everybody, just to see if there's any sign of leopard. I've also brought a camera trap out with me, a trail cam, which I want to put up in this river, the deep Slut River, because of all the recent activity of leopard I've seen down there. But not just leopard, lots of wildlife moves along this beautiful riverbed, including hyena, or spotted hyena, rhino, elephant, probably a lot of smaller things as well, duiker, bushbuck, genet, porcupine. So I think it's going to be a really good area to set up this camera trap. We'll leave it there for a week and return and see what we get. We had an absolutely phenomenal afternoon yesterday with the pride and a beautiful sighting of the elephants, which have also clearly been here recently. They've left this tree in the road for us here. Now, I drove this road last night, and these trees were not here last night. So maybe we're going to come across the elephants as well along here this morning, everybody. Just busy looking at the tracks here of the elephants, just trying to see which way they've gone. Hard to tell right now. A very good morning to our pack members that have joined us. I will get to your comments shortly, everybody. Just busy multitasking with the spotlight for now, but we won't require the spotlight for too much longer. And then I'll pick up my cellular device and see who's here. We didn't get a really good count on the number of lionesses in the pride last night. They were in a rather dense area and a little bit split up, so I couldn't quite work out if all 6 members were back together again. They were joined by one of the ginger males, the one with the kinky tail. Who is definitely the most dominant male in the coalition at the moment. He spends the most time with the pride and He initiates most of the moving and roaring when he is with his brothers. It'd be really cool if we did come across them as well this morning, just to try figure out if the pride is all back together. And also, when we left them last night, the lionesses and the male were looking rather skinny, so I suspect they had a busy night of hunting. They had the night before, but had been unsuccessful. Some aardvark tracks here on the road. Still a good time for aardvark right now. Talking about lions and aardvark, immediately thought back to an amazing sighting I had early last year. I was following a pride of lions at night with my guests in the Sabi Sand, and the pride just moved off the road, and I was trying to figure out a way in through the bush in the dark, and just as I reconnected with the pride in the block, they took off after something. So I switched off the car and turned off the lights just so that I didn't interfere, and then heard them tackle their prey, and then started hearing squealing. And so I quickly raced in, like all excited, said to the guests, "Oh, they've caught something, it sounds like they've caught a warthog." Raced in, eventually got to where 13 lionesses were busy tearing into a massive aardvark. Crazy scenes. I got some pretty amazing footage of that as well. Hard to watch, and a sad way to see one of the more elusive nocturnal creatures, the aardvark. But it was absolutely fascinating to watch as this pride squabbled over an aardvark which probably weighs about 80 pounds, especially a big one like that. So not a lot of meat for 13 lionesses. They devoured that entire thing in about 20 minutes. There was nothing left. My guests sat there in absolute silence, eyes wide open, just in shock at what they were seeing, understandably. Just looking carefully here to see if there are any leopard tracks. Not seeing anything just yet. Right, let's quickly catch up with our pack members, shall we? Morning Connie, morning CJ, Mary, Barbara, Carol, morning Betty, hello Jennifer, hello Wendy, morning everybody. Mary, yes, don't worry. I brought Andrew with me. He knows how these camera traps work. We'll make sure we get the settings right this time. Oh, just listen to the birds this morning. Lovely. Dark-capped boobles, white-browed scrub robins, all happily chatting away. Just coming up to Lemundur and Krip here, everybody. Always a good spot to look for animals and look for tracks. So it's this river I'm crossing through here now, which is the Deep Slut River. Now we'll be dropping into this river a little bit further downstream to go down the river from this point. In this river where I want to set up the camera trap. Like I say, a bit further downstream is where we'll put up the trap. Quickly hop off the vehicle and have a look at the tracks here, folks. Just seeing a set of civet tracks there, not much else. those of you that may have missed it before, we have a very exciting update on the wild dogs. You may or may not know that we have a pack of 5 male wild dogs that have been in a holding boma here for several months now that we rescued. They were a dispersal pack of males, wild pack of males that had come out of the greater Kruger Park and were literally running around on the public roads here just outside the Rietspruit Game Reserve. Anyway, we rounded them up and we've held them in that boma with the aim of wanting to introduce them to a group of females before we then release them onto the Rietspruit Game Reserve. Anyway, there's a group of females we were testing for genetics. That didn't work. The genetics weren't viable, weren't very strong. And subsequently have found another group of females, a group of 3 females that are of a similar age, a dispersal group of females that are hopefully very soon everybody going to be introduced to our males. So just waiting on some permits, get through all the red tape, all the paperwork, and then hopefully very soon those males will, like I say, be introduced to these females. Hopefully the pairing works, they bond nicely, and we'll then set them all on their way and release them here onto the Rietspruit Reserve, which is very, very exciting. So fingers crossed, everybody. Really hoping that it's going to work this time. Look at the mountains here. That is exquisite. Big white blanket coming over the Drakensberg. Now, if you were on top of that mountain today, you'd probably be rather cold and rather damp. Just listening to the bush. It's so beautiful with all the birds waking up. But at the same time hoping to hear some activity, some predator activity, roaring, rasping, monkey alarm calls. Very often start hearing the alarm calls at this time of the morning because of course now it's getting light. Predators are still active, still moving, and with the light all of the other animals can now easily pick them up, easily see them. But it's all quiet here for now. I'm going to drop into the deep Slut River here, everybody. Beautiful little drive along here. Quickly set up our camera trap and then be on our way. after having set up the camera trap, I'm going to go further north and west from here, folks, and see if we can find the pride. I hear that Kevin's out, and he did report that he heard lions last night on Leadwood, but that might be the males, might not be the pride. So we'll just go back towards the last point of where we left the pride and start tracking them from there. They were right up against the western fence line of the Rietspruit Game Reserve, but it looked like they were going to head north. Oh, hello little Inyala. Oh, aren't you just a wonderful surprise? Young Inyala bull following his mother, presumably, who's just in front of him. Aren't those stripes just so beautiful? So you see, it's these type of animals, like the Inyala, which love to spend most of their time feeding in these dense riparian thickets along the edges of riverbeds. It's them that, now that there's good light, will spot, a cat walking along the river and then give off a very loud guttural bark when they see that predator. Oh, you can hear it. You can pick up an Inyala's alarm call from almost 2 kilometers away on a clear day. A very, very loud bark that they give off to sound the alarm when they've spotted a leopard or a lion, even a cheetah. Oh no, Jennifer, there are leopard cubs expected. I reckon there's already one female that's got cubs, the old female that's still territorial here in the southern parts of the Rietspruit Game Reserve, the mother of the 2 kudu crip females. She must have a new litter of cubs. Andrew and I saw her a couple months back and she looked quite heavily pregnant. And then I set up this camera trap down here in this riverbed I'm driving in now a couple of weeks back, just towards the end of last year, and captured what I'm almost convinced is the Kudukrip 2-3 female, one of the younger female leopards here, who's established territory in the south of the reserve, and she's also pregnant. Probably going to give birth to those cubs very, very soon, would be my guess. So that's one of the main reasons why I'm setting up this camera trap again today in this area, to try and pick her up again, try and judge how far she is with that pregnancy. And geez, you never know, you might even get footage of her carrying cubs in her mouth or walking along this river with her babies. She's been spending a lot of time in this area, this female leopard. There's a lot of brilliant densite areas along the deep Slut River. a good chance she'll give birth somewhere down here. So for as long as Brent and VM will allow it, we'll keep bringing the camera trap to this area. CJ, to answer your question about the white stripes on the face, no, they don't have white stripes on their face. There is white on the face, white around the lips, but most of the stripes are down their flank. The kudu's got a beautiful white stripe across its face. just having a close look. There's a game trail that goes out of the river there. The last time we came down here, we had tracks of that female leopard going up that game trail and leaving the riverbed. But there's no fresh signs there today. Andrew's leaving presents behind for this leopard.
With a painted dog car.
Could be cool. Andrew just lost his hat to a knobthorn tree back there. Betty, to answer your question about the riverbeds flooding, yes, they certainly do. They don't flow for very long. This river was flowing when we had some good rain, but it'll flow for a couple of days before it dries up again. I think the longest we've ever seen this river flow for, in the time that my family's been here, which is about 12 years now. The longest we've ever seen it flow for was about a month. Right now, I'm going to try find a spot, everybody, to set this camera trap. I think there's a good spot up there. This is what I had. Just got to strap it. Maybe not. Maybe we'll find a different place. Keep it. So this is where we had the camera trap set up recently, unsuccessfully, just beyond this little pool of water. Quickly jump off and see if there's any fresh leopard tracks here. Sure, the rhino have definitely been here. And so has she. Also lots of baboons that have come to drink here. But yeah, that female leopard has been here since I was last year. I can't remember now when I came to pick up that camera trap. But there's one track of her right here. The baboons have walked over all her other tracks here where she drank at the water's edge, I think. Or she might have just come down off the bank. So where do we put up this camera trap? What do you think about that dead tree there, Andrew?
This one right in front of me.
There.
Yeah.
Just
Worried about all the grass at the front.
Well, what about the angle? The problem.
Aim it towards us, the pool of water.
Yeah, I was thinking like if you have it facing this way. So that leopard walked right up this riverbed again, everybody. Which is very exciting. It means I'm on the right track. She is definitely using this area repeatedly. Like I say, this female, we're not sure if she's given birth yet. With all the evidence we have, including video footage of her and a male mating sometime last year, going on the evidence of that mating, if it was her, it kind of all looks like it's her. You know, the footage of the female mating and then the footage of a pregnant female, which we captured in that very drainage line, that very riverbed there, a little bit further upstream. It could be the same female. And I worked it out that she was probably going to give birth somewhere towards the end of January, early February. Leopards have a relatively short gestation period, only between 100 to 105 days. And so it was somewhere now that I was thinking she might give birth. I think I've found a suitable tree here. I'm going to set it up in there again, Andrew. Alright folks, this won't take me very long. I just need 5 minutes to quickly set this up. Just make sure we've got the settings right, of course. Video is good. Video is good. We like video. Not like last time. Oh, Gareth, you twit. You meant to put it in the cage first. Right, that looks good. And what's quite nice about where I've set it up now is it's not obstructed by any foliage in front of the camera. And now we wait. I'll probably give it about a week, everybody, before I come back and collect this camera. Yeah, because that's how long you might have to wait before she actually comes through this area again. We've obviously got very fresh evidence of this leopard having walked up here. Those tracks might even be from sometime yesterday, that leopard walking up the drainage line here, but it might be a week again before she comes back down through this area. Now, giving birth to those cubs, if she gives birth to them close by here, then you might get more regular activity of her coming and going from the cubs when she goes out hunting. Impala. Morning, ladies. Good food around for this female leopard. So we of course have her tracks going up this way, everybody, but like I say, probably sometime early yesterday I doubt it would have been last night or this morning, and I say that confidently because the baboon tracks that came, well, the baboons that came to drink at the water there walked over the leopard's tracks. Now baboons are not active at night, they sleep at night. They do often sleep along the deep Slut River, but they had a drink there and then obviously went to sleep, to roost up in one of the trees here. So we can definitively say that that leopard walked there before they came down there yesterday evening. But you never know. She might have walked up along here and made a kill somewhere. She could be still very nearby. But I wanted to head this way anyway to get to the area of where the pride was last night and just see if we can find any signs of them as well. And also the herd of elephants were heading the same direction yesterday afternoon. Oh, that would be a great tree to find her in. Beautiful old Tambuti tree. That would be a winner. Now the one concern I have, and she certainly will have, is that there's a young male leopard that's been hanging around in this area as well. This young male leopard is between the ages of, I guess, 2.5 to 3 years old. Has separated from his mother and for the time being is nomadic, searching for territory. And it's a very, very risky time for a female leopard with cubs or about to have cubs, because these young male leopards will very often kill cubs to assert dominance and also then bring that female leopard back into estrus and give them the opportunity of then mating with that female and spreading his own genes. So that's why I say I'm a little bit concerned about that. And this female leopard will probably also be well aware of the presence of this other male and therefore might not give birth to those cubs anywhere near here because of that risk. What have we got in the road there? Crested francolins by the looks of things. Pair of them. Definitely one of my favourites of this family of birds. Their markings are just unreal. Oh, there's 3 of them. So mom, dad, and youngster. The youngster being in the middle there. You can clearly tell them apart because of size. Ah, hang on. There's a whole gang here. Another 2 that have just stepped into the road. Well done, mom and dad. You've managed to raise 3 chicks. Oh, it's a really beautiful bird. Look at those feathers down the neck into the breast. Reminds me so much of the barred owlet, one of the small owls that we get here on the Rietspruit Game Reserve. Those markings on the chest of that crested francolin resemble the same markings you'll see on this little owl. So cool. Grey-headed bushshrike singing his somber tune in the background.
Morning, everyone. Semi-mobile. An update, please. Morning, sir. Two liquid station south, 1 on Lowveld, 2 white rhino on Marlborough Road junction with crossing. Copy, thank you. Is Baba carried out? Morning, Baba. Any Kabuka from Novo? I think we'll put them in the river and maybe probably running at top of
Here we go. The Pride came along here last night, everybody. They headed towards Seskant Krip. Can you see the tracks there, Andrew? Going that way. They're in front of you there. Yeah, in front of my foot. So it looks like the lions came this way last night, everybody. This road that runs east-west here. If you go west along this road, or maybe half a mile, you'll get to the western fence line. That's where I was going to go next. But now there's no need. Looks like they've cut east, the Pride, and headed towards Seskankrip. There are some old male leopard tracks here as well going south. Not sure which male. But let's head up towards Seskankrip, everybody. See if we can track down these lions. See more of the tracks there now, everyone, of the lions walking through here. There's tracks of the Pride heading east on Witgat West towards the Deep Split. I'm following up. This Pride often head up this way to go and search for prey around this tiny little waterhole that's up here, everybody. There's often a lot of impala and zebra in this area, as well as wildebeest. And then, you know, when they're going through this next little section here, the riverbed, there's obviously the nyala. We saw some of those nyala earlier today. And as I was saying, everybody, they are very hungry, the Pride. So you never know, they might have made a kill somewhere up here. What it does also sometimes mean is that they cover a lot of ground in searching for prey. So there might still be some distance from here, but these tracks look pretty good. Some baboons around us here. Now the baboons are quiet, which makes me think that these lions moved through here quite a bit earlier. probably sometime last night. Interestingly enough though, there are no lion tracks here, so they didn't follow the road, the lions. Just want to quickly have a look and see if they went downstream from here. One thing we know for sure, these lionesses like eating baboon, so maybe they picked up on the baboon, had a look. Not seeing any lion tracks here. But I have a good idea of where they've probably turned. They've probably turned back behind me here. And there's another way that they go up towards Seskant Krip. Another road that they might take. So I'm just going to turn around, everybody, and go check that theory before going up to Seskant. Very, very stinky around here. Stinky baboons. Is anyone looking for me on the radio? Aha, there we go. Got the lion's tracks again, everybody. They did turn this way. Jennifer, on average, yeah, it's probably much the same between the lionesses and the males. Depends, you know, if the males have a vast territory, which they often would in larger wilderness areas like the Kruger National Park, for example. They would cover more ground, those males, because they have bigger distances to cover their entire territory to make sure that they're keeping up appearances. Scent marking, roaring, challenging other males, and also covering all of their prides. Some male lion coalitions will sometimes cover 2 or 3 different prides of lions, not just one pride. So then they have massive distances to cover. Whereas lionesses stay to their, you know, they're bound to their generally smaller territories and don't need to cover as much ground. Some of these lions went south in the river here, in the deep Slut River. They're in fact going up and down here, these lionesses. They were hunting here, I reckon. Whoa. Almost straight through a young bark spider's web here. Yeah, aren't you beautiful? Nah, they didn't go down the river. I think one of the lionesses must have just walked briefly down the river and then turned around. Oh, they were in and out here. Maybe they're in these beautiful clearings up here near Seskankrip. So just to clarify what the pack members are busy discussing, the riverbed that we've gone through is the Deep Slut River, spelled D-I-E-P-S-L-O-O-T, Deep Slut. And I'm now heading towards Seskankrip, which is this man-made waterhole, and that's spelled S-E-S-K-A-N-T, one word, second word Krip, K-R-I-P. Looks like those lionesses have taken a different route here once they came out of the riverbed. They've probably gone moving through the denser parts of this area, the thickets here, looking to flush prey. But as I was saying earlier, everybody, those baboons are very quiet, so these lionesses didn't walk through here this morning. They must have walked through here last night sometime. I'm seeing some impala just to the south of us. They're very relaxed. So this is the man-made waterhole I was talking about, ladies, and here are the lionesses' tracks here now. So they may have stopped and had a drink here, the lions, before moving on. You can clearly see one of the tracks there. further signs of them crossing this road just yet. It looks like they had a drink and then cut back west towards the deep Slut River once again. Still lots of very relaxed impala. Once again, that's evidence that the lions have moved on from this area. I thought I was going to find their tracks going up that road, everybody, but there aren't any. I'm just going to quickly go back to the last tracks here and see where that line is cut through into the bush. Hello again, everybody. Lioness was all over the place here. Well, one lioness. There's only tracks of one lioness. So I think this lioness broke from the pride to come and have a drink at Kudu Krip. Or rather, Seskant Krip, and then she's eventually gone back to join the rest of the pride. But I think maybe they've all gone up this way. Like I say, back towards this riverbed. Who was that drove past us?
Says hi.
Hi. So I'm just going to check the next road here, everybody, that runs parallel to that river. Chris for Gaz.
Go ahead, Gareth.
Can you check Kudu for me? Sorry, Chris, I'm busy tracking the pride. I'm not sure if you're interested, but last track of one lioness left, Seskant Krip heading north and west.
Copy that. I'm just heading down. You get Leopard, so I'll cut down from there.
Okay, brilliant, thanks. I'll check Deep Slut Oos. Kevin for Gareth.
Yeah, go ahead.
Have you followed up on Leadwood for any signs of the lions you had audio of?
Yeah, they're very quiet, so I haven't found anything and I haven't heard them either.
Okay, copy. Watch your head. Yes, Betty, Krip is another word for waterhole. And Carol Nyaletti, well, it's not impossible, but you know, just 100 yards back from where we had the track of that single lioness, we had tracks of the entire pride. So, well, the 5 lionesses, maybe they're all together, don't know, but I suspect the single track I had here near the water is of the group, one of the group of females that crossed through the Deep Slut River. Now, every now and then, these lionesses do like to follow routine. And so what I've seen on many occasions is they go past Seskant Krip and then they come back here towards the Deep Slut River, often crossing the Deep Slut River before continuing north onto Leadwood. So I wouldn't be surprised if we find tracks of them all going up along this road here, and then, like I say, maybe going through the Deep Slut River. We might not have enough time to catch up with them this morning, everybody, but we're going to give it our best shot. Oh dear. Naughty elephants. evidence now on the road, everybody, of
From Kyle, slower.
zebra that we're running through here. Perhaps the lioness has made an attempt on the zebra. Chris, confirm you said you're going to check Kudu from Witgat heading back up north towards Seskan.
Affirm.
Copy. Beautiful new pan that's formed here. We'll just stop here quickly so we can have a look. I didn't know this pan had formed. Really beautiful. Sure, lots of rhino tracks here. The rhinos have been loving this little mud wallow. Just having a quick look to see if there were any tracks of the lionesses drinking there. No further tracks of these lionesses. Not too sure where they've gone. We'll check a bit further south now, everybody. There's no clear evidence of them heading north. Just that one set of tracks of that lioness that drank at Seskant Krip and then headed north, but she may have just turned around. I couldn't tell where exactly she went because she moved into some ground cover. No further tracks beyond that ground cover that I can see. I'm just wondering where the rest of the pride have gone. They may have crossed Seskant Patia a bit further south of the Krip. Indeed, Mary. Flying lions. Lions has just been located on Kind Lovo. Carol, you might have been onto something. Maybe Nyaleti moved through this area around the same time the Pride did, because there you can now clearly see tracks of just one lioness that moved north along the road here back towards where we found them at the Krip. And maybe the Pride, they may have just missed each other. Maybe the Pride did cross and continued east a bit further south here. You're still only seeing tracks of one lioness here. there's tracks of a lioness here going south. So, who knows? Still don't know whether it's them splitting up while they're hunting, or if it's Nyaleti bypassing the rest of the pride here. A couple of them came out here and went in there. You see, there's a whole bunch of impala here, everybody. Big herd of impala here. It's exactly what the lionesses came up here for. They may have already eaten one and moved on, but this herd of impala are currently very, very relaxed. So it was a while ago that these lions were here. How cute those little ones. Very cute. Chris, come in. Now there's more tracks of that pride south of Seskant Krip, crossing east over Seskant Put. So it might be worth checking towards Sandkamp.
Copy that.
Not seeing any more tracks of these lionesses here, so I think they've crossed the road here, everybody, and gone east. So we'll take the next road to the east and see if we get lucky. Okay, copy that. Chris, sorry, confirm you've checked Kudu Krip.
No, negative, I went north.
Okay, copy.
I'll go back and check that way now.
Okay, copy. Just to confirm though, you have checked Kudu between sort of Sandkamp up past Witgat Link or Witgat East and up towards the northern Kudu Seskant Junction.
All the way from Seskant. From Sandkamp back up to Seskant.
Okay, copy. Yeah, then they're probably in between Kudu and Seskant. Quite fresh rhino dung here along the road. Looks like from last night.
I'll check the CQ3 track then.
Copy. Jennifer, to answer your question about the cheetah males, yes, they were actually just located half an hour ago on the Kind Lowveld property, so quite far to the east of us, safe and sound on the southern fence of Kind Lowveld. So they have managed to get away from most of the lions. There is of course one male lion that's also just been located on Kaya, but nowhere near the cheetah, which is good. So this next road I've just taken now, everybody, is our Hail Mary, the last spot to check for the morning. Those lionesses definitely would have crossed this road if they were continuing east, which last tracks indicate. It's one of those roads that's difficult to track on though. One of my favorite roads less traveled. Gorgeous area here again. Ooh, little bee eaters. Not stopping. How unfriendly. Beautiful little birds. Hold the phone. Set of lioness tracks here. There. Well, there was a little patch of open road here, everybody. Oh, there's a bird of prey. Dark chanting goshawk sitting at the top of this little buffalo thorn tree. Stunning. Holding on tight in the strong wind that we have, or strong breeze that we have this morning. Absolutely gorgeous. Chris, there's tracks of them crossing, I think it's called Kudu, heading south and east towards Kudu Middle and perhaps towards Kudu Krip.
Sorry, Gareth, didn't copy, go again.
Tracks of them crossing Kudu, heading southeast towards Kudu Middle, towards the junction of Slut River and Kudu.
Okay, copy.
That goshawk's just busy scanning the grassland below him, looking for his next meal, looking for rodents, looking for mongoose. They'll sometimes hunt birds as well, like that beautiful crested francolin we saw this morning. So these lionesses must have cut through here, and as I was just explaining to Chris, they're heading towards Kudu Krip. But at the rate they can move and how hungry they were, They could even be up at Boskamp by now. Maybe even Sekhuidam. So it's unlikely we will find them this morning, everybody. But it's been a gorgeous and exciting morning nonetheless. And you know for sure that I'll be out looking for them again this evening. Maybe one of the other vehicles out here might find them as well after we wrap up. I do really want to find them though. I want to find out if Nyaleti has rejoined her bride. Oh, there's a kudu. Oh, there was a kudu. Very shy kudu. There you go. There's the lionesses tracks. So they have gone along here, everybody, towards Kudu Krip. See the tracks there again. Ladies were marching. Starting to see signs now where these lionesses were lying on the road, which means that we're getting closer to them. They start to lie down a lot more as the sun gets higher up, as they start slowing down and stopping their night's activity. They did go straight over here as well towards Kudu Krip. Wouldn't it be lovely if they're all lounging here at Kudu? Still got their tracks on the road here, heading this way. to be. Baie goed, dankie. There's tracks of the pride here. A klein pas.
Ek het nou hier nie in die sloot spore gekry. Lyk na 'n Leopard spoor.
O, okay. Hieronder.
Net hier so baie vas. Net op die links van die paadjie.
Baie mooi. Maar niks van die leeu's.
Ek het nou net hier geraai. Ek het nog niks gesien van die leeu's.
Okay. Miskien is hulle daar by Leopard dam.
Waarvoor is die ring op daai kamera?
Hy's 'n lig. Ja, wanneer dit donker is,
Ja.
dan sit ons daai lig op my gesig.
Okay, mooi.
Ja, lekker meneer. Lekker dag verder hoor. So that gentleman over there, everybody, was just telling me now that he had tracks, beautiful fresh tracks of a leopard down here near the riverbed. Just go have a look there. It might have been a lioness, because I think lionesses went down there. Yeah, they lay down here, these lions, and they did go down there. I'm sure Piet has just seen lion tracks in the riverbed there. Let's go have a quick look. Yeah. So those are the tracks that Piet saw. It's not of a leopard, but rather of a lioness. And one of these lionesses creeped under here. Huh. I mean, look at that, Andrew. Why would she do that? That looks like hell in there. Anyway, one lioness there, lioness tracks there. Now the question is, whose tracks do you follow? Well, that's a question to be answered, I think, this afternoon, everybody. Like I say, these lionesses were on such a mission. Well, there's tracks here. Still going east. They were obviously just investigating something there in the riverbed. Maybe heard some movement. Maybe they were trying to stalk something there. I think old Piet hasn't had his coffee yet this morning, because I asked him if he saw lion tracks. He said no, nothing. And the whole pride's walked along the road here where he's just driven. Anyway, we'll forgive him for that one. Such a nice man, such a wonderful family. That, of course, allow this to all happen, everybody. Allow us to, share this beautiful property of theirs, the Blowbank property, which is a big chunk of the Rietspruit Game Reserve. And they truly are just a genuine, humble family who are so passionate about wildlife. And I get on very well with all of them, and like I say, very grateful to them. for letting us operate here. Sure. Ladies, you covered ground. Oh, that's good news. Somebody's just located Nyaleti, everybody. She's on Leadwood, near Leadwood Dam. So she's okay, she's doing well. She clearly hasn't connected with the Pride, however, because we're a long way off from Leadwood, where we are tracking the Pride here. Copy. Tracks of the Pride continue east on Pompat past 8 Cake. Right, everybody, at the next junction we need to turn south to head back to our camp and get on with our day's work. Still got tracks of the Pride heading up here, and we are heading straight towards Boskamp, which is obviously where Piet has just come from. And I did say that it's quite possible that these lionesses have already gone past Boskamp, and I think that's exactly what they've done. I reckon they might be down towards Siakwedam, that area, which is where we will begin our afternoon safari. But it certainly has been a lot of fun this morning, everybody, and thank you so much to all of you that joined us. We hope that you all have a brilliant night's sleep or a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. And very, very excited to come back out here with those of you that are joining us this evening. To come back out here later and continue the search for the Pride. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you soon.